I've been using LingoPie for about the last month in order to learn Spanish. In this video today, I'm going to talk about my experience with it and my journey, so to speak. And then I'm going to get into the settings and the features that I recommend in order to get the best results. Now, if you want to skip to that part, you can jump to the timestamp on your screen here. For everyone else, let's get into it. I have tried learning Spanish in the past, but it just seemed to be too difficult, so I gave up on it. I have taken one semester of Spanish.
The one semester of Spanish love song.
That was in community college. That was a long time ago. It really just taught me a few verbs and their conjugations, but only in the present tense. So I would not be able to understand someone speaking Spanish to me or form any kind of sentences to communicate the things that I want to say.
Vamos a empezar, ¿le parece bien?
No, I didn't follow you. See?
So about a month ago, I took it upon myself to see if I could actually learn Spanish and become fluent in it, given all the resources and all the tools that are available today. As I was researching how to do that, I stumbled upon this concept of comprehensible input. This is a language learning concept that states that the learner could become fluent in a language simply by getting a lot of content or getting a lot of input in that language, even if you don't understand every word. For example, if I said, "Estoy lavando mi coche," as you're watching this video, you could probably piece together that I said, "I'm washing my car." And that's precisely why I chose LingoPie. It's a language learning website where you consume content from either Netflix, Disney Plus, or content that is from the countries where the language you're trying to learn is spoken. And it's ideal for this learning method because it has the structure and the features in place for you to consume a lot of content in a comprehensible way. And if you want to check them out for yourself, I was able to get an affiliate link, so I dropped that in the video description down below. So when I first started using the app, I didn't really know what I was doing, but I figured I like watching travel shows and documentaries, so that's where I started. The problem with this approach is that documentaries use a language, words and vocabulary that's maybe a little advanced or unique, and not really used in normal conversation. The other issue being a little more specific to Spanish because this is a language that is spoken in many different countries and they all have their own unique dialects. So some of the content that I was consuming at first was from all over the place: Spain, Argentina. Living in Southern California, it's most beneficial to learn Mexican Spanish. So that's when I started playing around with the settings. I'll go ahead and share my screen for this. Okay, so here we are on the main homepage of the LingoPie website after you sign in. And up here under country, they have the options. I chose Mexico. And level, I changed that to basic. Okay, you can see there's a lot of kids shows, but hey, we all gotta start somewhere. So I'm gonna go into Oswaldo. I started watching this show. It's kind of like SpongeBob. It's definitely a kid show, but it can be entertaining.
Today's the big day, Gary. Look at me.
Worst thing you want to do is get bored and then you stop watching it. So as entertaining as can be, but also at the right level for you. Okay, now once you have the content up, you're gonna see your playback settings on the bottom here. First is going to be the playback speed. I've found that 0.75 speed is the best level for me. Below that, it's a little too slow and gets boring. Above that, it kind of goes over my head. Over here, you have your subtitle settings. Now, the default setting is to have both Spanish and English subtitles displayed at the same time. The way I've found it helpful is to turn the English subtitles off and then turn on this auto pause feature. This will pause the video after every sentence, so you have a chance to read it and make sure you comprehend everything that was said.
Cuidaré la tienda como si fuera tuya.
Now, you can see here it paused after that sentence, Maybe I don't know all of these words here. I can just take the cursor and hover over any of those words. It'll give me the English translation. I could also turn the English subtitles back on if I want to see the whole sentence translation. I can also click on any of the words and it will essentially save that word for more review and a thing called spaced repetition, which I'll get into that a little bit later. Now, this method will really build up your vocabulary and it will give you a better understanding of the sentence structure, but it also slows down the pacing. So I've found it helpful to alternate between these settings and then going back to the default settings where you have both Spanish and English subtitles on at the same time and turning autoplay off and then just letting it play through. This way the level of input is really high, but the comprehension is kind of low or medium unless you're very advanced. Now, if you recall, I mentioned spaced repetition because we clicked on a word during the video and that was saved to my vocabulary list here. I'll go ahead and click on that. So you can pull up your vocabulary list here and review all of them. It'll give you the translation, and you can even pull up the original video clip where you first saw that word. You can also do flashcards, or you can go here to quiz me and it will quiz you on each word individually, and it will just alternate the method of quiz, like how they form the question or how you figure out what the word is. So this is where I'm at so far with the LingoPie app. I've definitely seen a lot of improvement, but it was kind of hard. I really couldn't figure out a way how I could put that into the video, but I do intend to stick with it, and I'll come out with some follow-up videos to kind of track my progress, maybe do some challenges or something. I don't know. We'll see. Hope you can stick around to check out the next one. If so, please subscribe, and I'll see you then.